Welcome to SBRForum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 11 in the NFL, and right now we are talking with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. It's Monday afternoon, so we're going to cover the Thursday night NFL game, Tennessee, Indianapolis, as we do every Thursday with Joe Duffy. Joe, thanks for being back with us.
Thank you, Peter. Big NFL and college football week coming up.
All right, so give a little plug for OffshoreInsiders.com before we get into Indianapolis, Tennessee. I know your record with us is 18-9 against the spread in your NFL preview videos with us.
22-10 with my football wise guy plays. It doesn't even count the fact we had our money line game of the year on Jacksonville plus 559 against Tennessee. Great NFL and college football season continues at OffshoreInsiders.com.
All right, so Indianapolis at Tennessee. Indianapolis is a 3-point road favorite, and of course, both these teams are off of pretty embarrassing losses, right? Tennessee lost outright to Jacksonville, their first win of the year, and Indianapolis blown out by, the Rams. A lot of people saw the Jacksonville, at least the Jacksonville cover coming a mile away. The Rams blowout, I don't know if anyone saw. I certainly didn't see it. So here we are on a short week. A lot of times, good teams top teams when they suffer kind of a blowout loss like that, especially if they're on if they have like a back-to-back in the NBA or if they're on a short week in the NFL, come back with a big performance, a rebound performance very quickly. So if that happens, I guess we'll get a cover by Indianapolis, just -3. The question is that likely to happen? What do you think, Joe?
Not necessarily. We weren't the least bit surprised of the Titans' loss yesterday. Not only did we give it a free pick here, but as I said, I had Jacksonville outright on my website because I thought it was just really a bad spot for Tennessee for many reasons. Among them, that they were in such a big look-ahead situation here. Keep in mind that the Indianapolis, I'm not really all that shocked that they struggled. Remember, they struggled mightily in the first half against Houston, their first game without Reggie Wayne. We don't know how much that Houston was really affected by Gary Kubiak passing out at halftime. They didn't know his status. And yet again, they struggled without Reggie Wayne. So in 7 of the 8 quarters that they've had since they lost Reggie Wayne, their offenses look terrible. Or actually, I should say 6 of the 8 quarters, their offenses look terrible. And the one exception was where Houston might be forgiven if their mind was elsewhere. So I'm not the least bit surprised about that. My outlaw line had this game as a pick, and it's not all that often that my own personal outlaw line and the betting line are that far off, especially this late in the season. But all in all, I think the odds makers have over-adjusted to the fact that both of these sides are missing some offensive weapons, and I think they've made the total too low. So my official pick's actually going to be on the over.
Of course, Jake Locker is injured for Tennessee. You think how much of a step down do you think it is to Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick is an experienced starting quarterback, so I don't think it's going to be quite as big of a drop. He wasn't very impressive yesterday, but that really helps the value as far as going both with Tennessee and going with the over. But Fitzpatrick started quite a few games in the NFL. He's a very competent quarterback. In the case of Indianapolis, I think they're going to abandon giving Trent Richardson the ball, trying to build him up. I'm not saying that he's not going to touch the ball at all, but the Colts, I think, are still going to decide to win or lose with Luck. Even though Reggie Wayne is out, the strength of their team is in their quarterback situation in Indianapolis. And likewise for Tennessee, it's not as big of a drop-off as it looked like yesterday.
All right, well, the total is 42, so Joe Duffy's official pick is the over 42. Thanks, Joe.